So we had about 80 participants and facilitators working together over the course of 8 days and divided across 10 teams. And in each one of these teams, we made sure that we had a minimum of 2 or more community experts, and these were the migrant workers and migrant community leaders themselves, to make sure that their lived experience was really placed at the center of any ideation process. We also wanted our participants to think about the knowledge and assets that are already available within these communities and explore how they could be leveraged more effectively.
How do you embody kind of physical connections in a digital space? So how do we make these experiences and this opportunity feel like you're really connecting with the people in your group, you're really understanding their perspectives, everybody feels heard, body language and these kinds of things really aren't in play anymore. And so you're really relying a lot on, really listening to each other.
Including diverse stakeholders in the creative process, making sure that everybody around the table has a voice and feels part of the creative process. But what was different, obviously, because of COVID-19, was doing this remotely with people all around the world rather than at an in-person event. And I think it worked really well. Absolutely critical to the success of the project was the involvement of our civil society stakeholder, and just having that kind of wealth of knowledge in the team at all stages of the process really meant that we could kind of sense check the ideas against him and have that kind of immediate idea validation feedback loop, whereas that could typically take much longer if we were having to go back into the field and test that kind of thing.
They are very interested in knowing the real story, the real experiences that we have, not only reading it by the books or just listening it by someone, but the real person itself, the one who is experiencing it.
Oh, I feel comfortable with them. I feel it's like because they're open with me and they are nice to me and they're really friendly, and it's like the activities it's really make me like it's like what's that? It's like give me some power. And like brainstorming, and we talk about the project and the idea. It's like make me more excitement, and I'm so happy to work with them. And we have fun and enjoy. Every meet and every hours we are talking, conversation, and activities. It's like for me, really have fun.
Different communities or individuals from different communities and backgrounds and ethnic groups come together to work for a common purpose. It creates this internal dialogue between them while they're trying to ideate, and this dialogue is very much needed because it prompts trust between them. And when you establish trust between individuals from different backgrounds, this will help them really work together their differences and understand their commonalities, and based on that they'll be able to define their shared values and from there work towards common goals that will embrace those commonalities and the differences at the same time. One individual can always come up with good ideas, but having multiple individuals co-create where they build ideas on top of each other, like building blocks, so you eventually form a building or form the big idea or the big solution.
We come to these things thinking, we're the privileged ones and we're here to help and we're here to lend a hand, but it's really it's mutual at the end of the day, and they have as much to offer us as we do them.
Sometimes I just feel like you feel exhausted and you want to sort of give up, but when you see that there are people coming together who are still like thinking there can be change done, that's amazing.
Until we understand what it means for someone to leave their home and to work away from their families and to raise their families like we've never had to do, then and only then will the real change happen.